EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Blues of Toronto. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Oh, good return up past the 30. Dwayne Eskridge. And he will score. Touchdown. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Let's go. Hey, smash Bronco! Ready?
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing. Hooker. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Set.
Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Pushes him over.
And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Watson now going to run the option right. He'll pitch it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the...
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Wright.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, They wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
70 Timberwolves.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. We look at this Browns defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
On the ball, on the ball.
Looking to throw, Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Deputy Ranger.
From the gun, it's Hooker. And that is incomplete here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check, hurt. Cap alert. Bronco 80.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Blues are back within a score. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, Watson. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Hopkins' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Hooker now on 1st down.
This complete to Rocket. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Hooker. Flushed out right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Walker. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ken Walker as the first half is winding down. And the Blues are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to... end zone. Not a good one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Alert! Hey, 24.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Browns are able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
Sticking with Walker on second down. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Cut 19! Cut 19! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready?
Hooker going to try and throw for it. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Touchdown, Browns. Marquise Goodwin. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. Second down, here's Chubb again. Oh, what a move. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 137 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Browns first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down, Cleveland.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off of play action, it's Watson.
That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Off play action. Here's Hooker.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Hooker. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way.
And now off to the races down the right side. Nick Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hooker now on 2nd down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Hooker. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go for it. Hooker. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Hooker's throw into the hands of Fan. Past the 20. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And touchdown! Noah Fant, 45 yards. And the Blues have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
My, oh my, 237 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's
taking it right down Broadway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Gain of 26 yards. First down, Browns.
Set.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tariq Woolen picks it. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, two-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Ready?
On second down, it's Walker. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Seven Pirates. Seven Pirates. Ready?
Throwing. Hooker.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ready, ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Steps away to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Incomplete. He was defended by Quandre Diggs.
Set.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Jakeem Grant, 28 yards.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Lose 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's Moore. He will return it. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10. At their own
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. they just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good whip.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
First down 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll start out here with the option left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Escapes the defender, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over. First down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think. Yeah,
they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he is going to be smothered in the backfield again as he ran into a wall there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They run it again with Chubb. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.